What's up guys, this is Peace Inside. Today's video, I'm going to show you how I pushed my Sprout to 1000 trophies in solo Graveyard Shift. I'm going to be going over some tips and some tricks so you can push your Sprout high as well. But anyways, let's just go over some quick things about Sprout stats and we'll get right into the replays. Alright, looking at Sprout stats, he has pretty good amount of health at 4200. Also, Sprout is a thrower with a very long range, and these things all combine to make Sprout a pretty good option in Graveyard Shift. Alright, and now we have Sprout Gadget Garden Mulcher, which used to heal Sprout for 2000 in Graveyard Shift, but they since nerfed it, so now it only heals for 500, but still a very good gadget to have. Now for the star power, I actually went with Overgrowth, just to give me that extra range to deal with ticks and other Sprouts a lot better. However, Photosynthesis is also good for just staying alive. Yeah, so choose whatever one that you think is best. Alright, and this is the map that I like to push Sprout on, Eggshell. Alright, heading into our first match here, spawning at the bottom left of the map. Love to see it. Yeah, spawning on the map is generally good. However, spawning in this bottom left corner isn't really the best spot with the jump pad. So you're generally going to, actually, when you're spawning on this section, you're going to want to try to make your way out of this section, so keep that in mind. So we're just going to get these boxes, and then we're going to make our way out. And yeah, I'd decided to make my way out on the right just because we're going to have that top view, and if you didn't know, basically you can see more up top than you can see out at the bottom, so that's going to give us a big advantage when we're fighting people. So that's why I chose to go down. But yeah, we're making our way out successfully, and now we have a tick here, and tick is the main reason why I use Overgrowth. So here's how you want to deal with tick. You just want to kind of rush them like so, and as you can see, you're able to take him out. Just because tick in general is going to outrange you. With the Overgrowth, it can kind of help, but yeah, if you got a tick trapped, all you got to do is rush them and then get those easy shots off, and that's really your best way of dealing with a tick. Obviously, with a good tick, he'll be able to a good tick, you're probably not going to win that matchup, but if that's how you can outplay a tick if a tick's not, you know, doing that good. Yeah, so we're just chilling right here. And we're checking the bushes, which is very important. I cannot stress how important it is to check the bushes, because you just never know. Might be a Piper with ambush and home recipe Gazette waiting in a bush, so you gotta check every bush very, very, very carefully. Yeah, so now 2 people left. We have a Nanny over there, and yeah, Nanny tries to rush us, but we're checking the bushes just like I told you to do earlier, and we're able to get the done. Alright, into the next replay here. Yeah, another important thing is keeping your range. As I said in my tick video, one of the most important skills to have in this game mode is the ability to keep your range and not you know, rush forward, because you can't really afford to take that much damage in this mode. So yeah, you just got to make sure that you're always using your max range when possible, unless you're against like a tick or something, then you maybe want to get in a bit closer. But yeah, alright, so now we kind of have a top down, a bottom view of these ticks over here, which is not going to be very good because we're not going to be able to see where the ticks are shooting from. So that's going to be a disadvantage. And here, as you can see, when we have no real easy way of getting damage, I just start using my 3 gadgets all at once. That's usually what I do, because it's 500 healing. It's not really that much, so usually I just use them all at once. When I can't seem to find any targets, that's what I do. Or when I desperately need to heal up, I do that as well. But as you can see, we're just kind of rushing the ticks, and that, like I said, that's how you kind of want to deal with ticks. You just kind of want to rush them, catch them off guard, and rush them like that, because they're going to have more range than you. So engaging in that kind of a battle. Surge. Now, Surge is an interesting pick. I've been seeing a lot more Surges lately, and Surge actually is a pretty good counter against throwers, and yeah, he can be a problem. So I would just say keep your range and keep away from walls where you can teleport through. So if you see Surge trying to come towards a wall, back off immediately. But yeah, we'll talk about matchups after this replay. But yeah, Surge definitely is a new pick that's been caused me some problems early on. But yeah, wasn't that big of a deal. Alright, so now as you can see, we trapped that tick. Very well played from us. Let's hop into the next replay. Alright, so like I already mentioned, Surge and Mortis, typically those by themselves, they aren't very good, but they're very good counters against throwers, and so sometimes you'll see them appear, and yeah, they can be tough to deal with. In general, if you see any type of Mortis, Surge, any type of thrower counter like that, you just want to just run away from them as far as you can. You don't want to engage them, you just want to completely avoid them. And you know, if they take the fight to you, at least with the Surge, since the Surge is slow and in the open lane where you can't really teleport that easily, if you keep your range, Surge might not be as bad, but Mortis can be pretty hard, especially as a Sprout to deal with. So I would just say just turn tail and run if you see Mortis. Yeah, as far as other matchups, Spike with Curveball definitely can be an issue. Piper with Homemade Recipe can be an issue. Against Piper, if you know that there's a Piper there, just make sure that you hug the walls a lot, and make sure you're not in the open area unless you absolutely have to against the Piper. But as long as you're behind a wall, Piper's not going to be able to do anything to you, so just keep that in mind. But Spike is going to be a tougher matchup, because with that Curveball, Spike can actually shoot behind walls. And Spike also outranges you with the Curveball, so Spike can be a tough matchup. However, if again you hug the walls, and also neat trick there, Sprout is kind of weird when Sprout shoots over water. It gives Sprout extra range, but yeah, we'll talk about that in the next replay. But yeah, as I was saying, Spike can be a pretty tough matchup. So yeah, I would just say try to hug the walls, but obviously with Curveball that might not work all the time, but at least it'll give you more options against a Spike. And the other matchup that I would say is probably a bit tough would be the Tick matchup. Tick does outrange you, so yeah, you know, I already said how to deal with him. But yeah, those are the kind of matchups you want to look out for. I guess Nanny could be, since Nanny can kind of shoot around walls. I didn't really run into a lot of Nanny, and the Nannies that I did didn't really get super. I mean, first of all, if Nanny ever gets super, you're dead. Yeah, that's I never actually faced a Nanny super before, so I wouldn't be able to fully tell you how that would go down. But yeah, I would imagine that Nanny would with super is just super strong. But anyways, yeah, there's, I don't know if it's a glitch or whatever, but if you shoot over that water, you can actually increase Sprout's range, and that actually can help you deal with ticks. Surprisingly enough, by shooting over the water, increasing your range. It's kind of like how Dynamite can just like jump over a large body of water, right? Or Brock, you know, it's kind of Sprout's attack kind of has that kind of jump mechanic, which allows it to stretch out over water or things like that, or sometimes over walls too. So you can kind of use that to your advantage, and yeah, if you use that, you can actually outrange Tick in those kind of situations. But anyways, three brawlers have Brock. Brock can kind of counter you because Brock does have the jump, and yeah, you're not. So yeah, same thing with Surge applies with Brock. If you see Brock trying to jump over, come to jump over the wall, just prepare for that. Yeah, so now we're just engaging in this 1v1 with the Brock. We're just dodging our way, trying to get behind walls. We do get hit there, but yeah, just solely dodging our way and making our way up. And now we got the Brock trapped, and he's able to jump and dodge the shots, but nevertheless, we're still able to finish him off there. Let's head into the next replay. Alright, heading into our next replay, and yeah, this is going to be the final replay here. As you can see, we recorded this live as well. Yeah, so it's going to be the final match for 1K. And yeah, we're just getting these boxes over there, spawning at the bottom of the map. Love to see it. Yeah, I was always try to just veer towards the bottom, just to give you that extra sight advantage, because it really does make a difference. Because not being able to see who's below you can definitely lead to you getting ambushed a lot easier. Alright, so we kind of didn't really do anything, and there's already 6 people left, so yeah. You can see those grasses there. It means the roses inside. Yeah, I mean, I've seen roses here every now and then. I wouldn't really think Rosa that good. I mean, Rosa does have healing, but then again, how is Rosa really going to deal with Sprouts and ticks and spikes, and you know, just can't really deal with that because obviously doesn't have the range. We get a Sprout over there, and you can kind of see how we use our Overgrowth to win this Sprout 1v1. Very helpful. Yeah, as you can see here, getting the Sprout very low, and that's kind of why I chose to go Overgrowth, just to help me win those, in particular Sprout 1v1s and Tick 1v1s in particular. But yeah, so now 3 people left. we pretty much got the Sprout down. There's nothing really the Sprout's gonna be able to do. And so we're able to take out the Sprout with the Overgrowth star power, and now it's just a 1v1 between the Tick. However, the Tick does get the Tick head, and Sprout is not very good at taking out the Tick head. So yeah, we try our best here, but eventually we do get taken out. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this one. As you can see, getting taken out there. Yeah, and you can kind of see us getting the rank 30 right here. But yeah, we'll just go over the battle log and we'll get out of here. Alright, take a look at the battle log here. Decently stacked, you know, we got some other 900s here, we got some 800s, we even got a 1k Piper, so you know, a pretty good lobby if I do say so myself. But yeah, and you can kind of see the win rate here, 80%, you know, not too shabby. I mean, we got some nanny games thrown in there, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and peace.